Do you think that the law of attraction can influence an event like winning the lottery?
You bet I do. Matter of fact, anytime you use the word coincidence or serendipity or synchronicity or fate or luck or everything fell into place, if you've used only one of those expressions, that was evidence of law of attraction. Law of attraction isn't very smart. It's obedient. You don't get what you want, you get what you vibrate. The speed at which you attract the lottery and boyfriends and girlfriends and money, anything you want to attract, how fast you attract it isn't determined by how much you want it. It's determined by how much negative doubt you have. Doubt is the culprit.
Welcome to Lottery Dreams and Fortune. So I am excited to be joined here by Michael Losier. I'm so excited about this. He is the author of the best-selling book, Law of Attraction, The Science of Attracting More of What You Want and Less of What You Don't. He has actually been interviewed by Oprah Winfrey a few times, and we're going to ask him about that. But we're so excited to welcome Michael Losier here to the program today. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm excited. I've been following the channel and I'm curious too. How is it that you won money and you're trying to, and you did and you did? So I'm always looking at it from a perspective. What's the vibe all about? So we'll talk about more about that today.
Yeah, thank you so much. And for people that are watching or listening today that are perhaps new to the law of attraction or manifestation, how would you define it in the simplest way?
Well, the word law of attraction might be new to some people, but the experience isn't. Matter of fact, anytime you use the word coincidence or serendipity or synchronicity or fate or luck or everything fell into place, when you say this is such a coincidence, everything fell into place. It's exactly what I talked about yesterday. This is so kismet. This is so serendipitous. If you've used only one of those expressions, that was evidence of law of attraction. Law of attraction is just a name to describe those experiences. So listen, my point that I'm making is most people have said, hey, this is such a coincidence. I wish that moment was law of attraction. And what does that mean? It meant that you and that person that you were talking to offered the same vibe or feeling or mood about the same thing. And that's what law of connection. And that's why we say, I haven't thought about you forever, and I got your business card out yesterday, and law of attraction does its thing. So to start off with, if you're listening in, you're already experiencing it. You're already experiencing it. And today I'm going to teach you how to be a deliberate attractor. And because law of attraction is working right now, whether you like it or not, or believe it or not, it's already work. You don't turn it on. It's like, can somebody turn that law of attraction switch on? It's almost lunch. It's on right now and right now and right now. And because it is on, why don't I be careful about what I'm giving attention to? I don't know if I'm ahead of myself, but I'd be remiss if I didn't introduce a new friend. It's Vibrational Victor from my book. It's called The Vibrational Bubble. It's not you or I, but this is all of us. We have this vibe around us, and there's only two kinds. So if I'm ticked off and angry and guilt and shame and disappointment, that's my vibe. And what if I'm feeling love and abundance and appreciation, excitement? That's my vibe. And the thing about law of attraction is it's not very smart, but it is obedient. So is this energy around you called law of attraction that I can't prove to anybody, and this energy around you called law of attraction is eavesdropping on the vibe that you're sending about anything and everything. And it's checking the job description of law of attraction, and it's 2 words long: match vibrations. It's not smart, it's obedient. So right now, imagine you're on the way to the lottery booth, or you're trying to buy a lottery ticket, or anything about winning money, anything about money. Start there. Just the word money causes sometimes a negative vibration. So now this person unknowingly is having a negative vibe about all the negative self-talk, and law of attraction is eavesdropping on that self-talk. And what does it do? It matches it. I wish it was smarter, but it's not.
If you're attracting both the positive and the negative into your life, how do you direct that to get the positive? How do you direct that to get what you're seeking?
Okay, good question. Thank you. So let's just, for simplicity, we have 4 areas in our life: business, love, family, money, or more, right? And there, you have a different vibration about each one of those. I'm thinking, oh, I love my work. I'm so satisfied at work. So my vibe about work, when I talk about the work I'm doing with my clients and I love what I'm doing, just that conversation causes me to include it in my vibration. Everybody listening, just the conversation about the idealness of what I like about helping people causes me to include that vibe. Law of attraction doesn't know how it got in there. Law of attraction is just responding to it. So every time I think about my client work and the work that I'm doing, I have a nice positive vibration. And what happens? It gets matched. So I'm in that loop. I'm in the loop of getting good clients because I'm including the vibration of a good client. And law of attraction matches the vibration. So today's subject is brought to you by these 5 words. Why don't you read them for me when you see them?
I get what I vibrate.
You don't get what you want. You get what you vibrate. You want to win the lottery? Did you get it? No, because that's not what the vibration was. You wanted to win this or have this or get one of this? Well, that's what you wanted, but it's not what you were vibrating. Now, the word vibrating, what does that even mean? You know, when my book came out 22 years ago, people would giggle when I used the word vibration. So I start using the word vibe. So a lot of my stuff talks about the vibe reset. Oh, it's right here, vibe. And people knew what that meant. But as soon as I called it a vibration, it was funny. Listen, if you're listening in, and you are, the word vibe simply comes from the longer word vibration, and there's only 2 kinds. These things all mean the same thing: moods, feelings, energy, vibe, vibration. Call it what you want. You have one. You cannot not. So that was the vibe about my client base. And that's why I'm in that good loop. Not me, but somebody else might say, oh, I'm not having very good luck with relationships. So what's the story around that? Well, I'm going to show you this. People might say I'm a motivational speaker. I'm a motivated trainer. And I would love today to brainwash people so much so that they started to use their own words to uncover why they're not attracting the winnings and lottery and prizes and gifts. It starts with the words. Let's just do a little recap. At every moment, including right now and right now, we have a vibe about everything and anything. And whatever I'm currently giving attention to is what's in my vibe. Law of attraction doesn't know how it got in my vibration. It doesn't know that I was remembering about yesterday's ideal clients or ideal ticket or ideal winning or ideal prize. Law of attraction isn't very smart. It's obedient. So our job is to be deliberate about what we're giving attention to, because whatever I'm including in my vibration, just submit it the order.
That is so interesting. And with the vibe, the vibration, what does the science say about that? And secondly, what do you say to people that think that this is just wishful thinking? They're sort of skeptical. What do you say to skeptical people that think this is wishful thinking? And what does the science actually say about the vibe,
Yeah,
the vibration?
I will be honest, I have zero interest about what science says. You know, I've got so much evidence around me that I don't need to prove it to myself or anybody. Like there's just so much evidence. And the skeptical people, it's okay because the answer is still the same for them. They get what they vibrate. So are they complaining about the results or are they celebrating the matches? Listen, I'm going to teach something today, and if people apply it, then they're going to get results, and they're going to say, wow, that guy, I thought he had a couple horns on the side of his head at first, but you know what? He taught me how to do something different, and I'm noticing the results already. And some people might say, this is such a coincidence. This is so synchronous. Yeah, go ahead and use all those words, because all those words are evidence of law of attraction. I'm just going to do a quick recap. Right now, everybody has a mood or a feeling about anything and everything: relationships, money. And how do you know what your vibe is about any of those things? Oh, that's easy to find out. Use your vibrational meter reader. And your vibrational meter reader is your feelings. Your feelings are your indicator of where the vibe is. Is it high on 100 or is it low in the negative?
So you're holding up, for people that are listening today, you're holding up a card that says vibrational meter reader, and it's a scale, basically. It's
Yeah, like a radio dial, right? It goes from 0, which is negative, 50s, the mood changes, and the high 100s. So let's talk about what law of attraction is doing right now. It's eavesdropping. And it's eavesdropping to find out the balance of your vibration. Because maybe your vibes are good about money, and maybe your vibes are good about customers, and maybe your vibes are really good about work, but they really suck with relationships. So that sucky relationship vibe has contaminated your overall vibration. The ideal place to be with vibrations is 100. Why? Because you attract things just like it fast. When your vibe is at 100, you attract 100. That's the law. I didn't create it, I'm teaching it. But here's the most important thing. If you're taking notes, stop the car. Stop the car. You got to write this one down. The speed at which you attract the lottery and boyfriends and girlfriends and money, anything you want to attract, how fast you attract it isn't determined by how much you want it. Wouldn't that be a nice formula? Hey, if you really, really want it, you can really, really get it. That's not the formula. The speed, how fast you can attract what you want, is determined by how much negative doubt you have. So on this hand, from 1 to 10, what do I say? Oh, I want to win the lottery. I want to get this. I want to do this. And I'm all pumped up. And I made a dream board and a collage. And I visualized. I told 10 friends. So on a scale of +1 to +10, where's my vibe? It's a +10. And on the other hand is my voice that says, who do you think you are? You never win. You never won anything before. You've been wasting money. So that's the voice of what? That's the voice of doubt. And it's really strong. So now the voice of doubt's a -10. Let's add those together, please. The +10 of the desire plus the -10 of my doubt, the net effect of the equation is 0. So I don't need to desire more. I need to doubt less. People spend a lot of time giving attention to winning, but they're not getting rid of the reason. And it's the doubt that's diluting the desire.
Well, that is super interesting, and that makes sense. But with the lottery, a lot of people think that it's pure luck. So do you think that the law of attraction can influence an event that seems random, like winning the lottery? And how does that happen? You've kind of been alluding to this, but how does this happen?
There's 3 conditions for us to attract things. I wish there was one. I wish the condition was write a check and tape it to the ceiling, you're done. Hashtag it's not enough. Sorry. There's 3 conditions. I'm going to show you the formula that comes from my book. By the way, my book is 22 years old. I sold 4 million copies in 37 languages, and I've certified 500 trainers in 17 languages. And they know this formula off by heart.
And this is law of attraction, the science of attracting more of what you want and less of what you don't.
Yeah, this one right here. And my book, which was really a seminar that I delivered 100 times. I'm not really a writer, but I'm a program designer. I wrote a really good seminar. I did it hundreds of times. I turned it into a book. And why it's a workshop style is the 3-step formula. So I'll read the 3 steps. Step number 1 is identify what you want. Some people aren't good at that, though. Some people are really good at telling you what they don't want. I don't want this, and I don't want this, and I don't want that. And every time what they said they don't want, they just gave it attention. So it sounds easy, but what story are you telling about what you want? And the best way to know what you want is to know what you don't want. And the best way to do that is to eliminate the words don't. I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want this. Step number 2 is give your desire attention. What does that mean? I got to give attention to this new desire so it gets included in my vibration, because the only way to attract anything is to include the vibration of what you desire. If I just wrote it on a piece of paper and I tucked it in a file folder, I'm not giving it attention. Don't hide the dream. You got to give it attention. Does that mean you read it or write it, do a dream board? You find your style. I don't like dream boards, so don't make me do one. But somebody else might say, oh, I love a dream board. Listen, you decide how you're going to include it by how it feels. If that's your style, do that. But you've got to include it. It's like building a pizza list and not calling anybody. Step number 1, what do I want? I want to order this. I want one of these, please. Step number 2, I got to place the order. With law of attraction, the order gets placed when I give it attention. Now, a lot of people are talking about the money, I want to win the money. I want to win the money. But the challenge is step number 3. And step number 3 is called allow it. See, people are good at deciding what they want and talking about it and going over and over and over, but they're not allowing it in. So I have another diagram to describe it. So if you're listening in, I want you to imagine a faucet. And there's only 1 drop of water coming out of the faucet. However, the faucet is hooked up to a whole city reservoir, it's hooked up to a fire truck. I'm only allowing 1 drop at a time. But there's a lot more available. You hook that up to one of those street fire hydrants. I'm going to get 1 drop of water, even though there's lots available. Now, in this faucet, the handle is the resistance that's stopping the flow of the water. Resistance, like a red negative symbol. If I want to allow more, I need to lessen my resistance. And resistance is a number of things. It's your doubt, for example. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Another resistor is negative vibes, complaining, the don't, nots, and no's. Now, in a real faucet, if I just move the handle just a little, just a little tiny bit, would I yield more water with just a little movement on the resistance handle?
Yes.
You bet I do. So the good news is you don't have to spin that all the way around to get started. You just need to loosen it. I just need to loosen this handle, which is the resistance to receive. Now, is this drop of water not water? No, it's money. Or it's boyfriends or girlfriends or customers or clients or opportunities. It's whatever you're not getting more of. People say, oh, there's lots available. Doesn't matter if you doubt it. Oh, it's available to everybody. It doesn't matter if you doubt it. It doesn't matter if the pizza people want to bring you free stuff if you're not allowing them in. Step number 1, what do I want? Step number 2, I've got to give it attention. And step number 3 is what I'm going to cover today. This is people's homework. Step number 3 is that I need to lessen my doubt. And when I lessen my doubt, I increase the allowing. The speed at which I'm allowing anything is determined by how much resistance I have, not by how much is available. Doubt is the culprit, because we're all doing it. We're wishing and wanting and praying and making collages and dream boards, and we're pretending we're going shopping. We're filling our carts and on fake carts. Like we're doing all those exercises. Doesn't matter. The resistance is too great. And doubt can be removed. Say yes if you want to know.
Oh, yes. Definitely want to know.
Thank you. The best way to remove doubt is to find proof. Oh, I doubt I'm ever going to attract it. The speed at which you will attract anything is determined how much doubt you have. So now, everyone's new homework, listen, is to start a new journal. Go get a cheapy one at the dollar store if there's such a thing anymore. And this is called your Evidence of Attraction Journal. And not just attraction, let's rename it Evidence of Abundance. That's what we're talking about today. Abundance. I'm not talking about money. You know what? I'm going to recap everything that we said so far into 5 words. I get what I vibrate. So now we have to work backwards and say, what's causing me to send the vibration that's causing me not to attract abundance? Michael Losier said, well, not me, that's the law. I didn't create the law, I'm teaching it. Because you get what you vibrate, and you can take a look at everything that you're attracting and say, this is, to me, this sentence shows full accountability when I can say, I wonder what the vibe was that I was sending that caused me to attract that ugly mess. Isn't that accountability when you can say that? We say it when it's positive. It's like, oh, I know why I attracted that. I attracted that because of my vibe. I got this free ticket and free prize. I get parking spaces. It's all my vibe. So when it comes to something positive, we have accountability. In other words, we have the ability to account for why we attracted it. So number 1, own it. You don't have to like it, that you get what you vibrate. And then you got to back up and say, what was I doing that caused me to send the vibration, wait for it, of either why I won that or why this is not working. If you can own that you get what you vibrate, work backwards. Now, the significant key today that I'm teaching here is that abundance is a feeling. Money isn't a feeling. It sure creates one, though, doesn't it? You know what it sounds like? Most people have a negative charge with money, so stop talking about it. First, understand that your only job is to mind your vibration. What are you watching? What are you listening to? What are you giving attention to? When you can get to, and it's very easy to do because you're on a roll after a while, when you can get your vibes in the high 90s, you're going to want to hang out there because you're going to get stuff fast. People, events, relationship, everything's in the 90s. and you won't attract the lower vibe because it would be against the law. They'll just vibrationally ping away for you. So mind your vibration by minding your business and keep your vibration high. Next, I want you to get your little dollar store journal. You don't have to get one of these, but I'm brainwashing you. I'm brainwashing you to become a proof seeker. Starting with item number 1 in your list, I want you to write down things that you deem as being abundant. And law of attraction doesn't know that I was reciting them in my head, I was noticing them when they were happening, or I was updating my journal when I get home. Law of attraction was responding to how I felt about or how I feel about writing that in that journal. I remember when all this was hot and Oprah was talking about the gratitude journal. It had to be a gratitude journal. Everyone was strict about the gratitude journal because, I always go back to this. I get what I vibrate. So whether it was a gratitude journal or napkins at the coffee shop or old piece of newspaper, when you spend time giving attention to something that you liked, you include it in your vibration. And when you include it in your vibration, you submit it to order. So when people are grateful about yesterday, law of attraction doesn't know they're writing in their gratitude journal. Law of attraction is responding to how they feel about when they're remembering yesterday's gratitude of something, whether it was gratitude or something they loved or noticed. So go ahead and be a deliberate includer. Law of attraction doesn't know how it got there. I'm going to give another exercise because right now we're talking about loosening the handle. I'm assuming, I shouldn't assume, but I'm sure everybody knows what a scratch ticket is. Is that true for Americans,
Oh
Canadians?
yeah.
Scratch
Lottery scratch tickets. Yeah.
Okay, so let's pretend we're going to go get a scratch ticket. So I'm in the lineup and I'm giving attention to all the things. Oh, I'd really love to, you know what, even $1,000. I just love, what would I do with that? And I'm in the lineup and I'm all excited. And I'm giving attention to the $1,000. I said, you know what? If I could get it cash right now, on the way home. And now I'm including it. I'm just playing the including game. And law of attraction doesn't know I'm playing. So now I'm just giving it all energy. And I get to the lineup and I scratch. And guess what? I won $5 and I'm so friggin' excited. My vibration is full of abundance. And in the lineup, I'm thinking, holy shit, I just won $5. This is so exciting. And I'm repeating the story over and over. I just won $5. I only spent $1 and I won $5. Look at all the proof. Look how exciting. And you know what people do? They will keep playing the scratch tickets until what happens? They lose and there's none left. So the best thing you can do with that winning $2 scratch ticket is keep it and keep it in your wallet and keep 2 of them, keep 3 of them. You'll cash it in. It doesn't have to be right away. You see, every time you open your wallet and you have $5, $10, $2, what are you telling yourself? Oh, look at my wallet. Look at I'm a winner. Look at all the proof of my winnership. Think about the lineup. You're all excited and you're abundant until you scratch 2 more. And then when you leave when you're done. Stay in the vibration. Law of attraction doesn't know how or why you're in it. It just responds to it. So hang on to those scratch tickets for as long as you can. It'll be worth the same tomorrow or in another 2 months. Those $2 tickets are worth more to you vibrationally than the $2 you paid for them. That's why it's called deliberate attraction, because you can deliberately include the vibration of abundance in your vibration.
Would you say the feeling then is more important than the visualizing and the belief of it?
That's another question. I've been teaching law of attraction for 25 years, and I have 10 myth cards, and that's one of the myths. One of the myths is I need to get a feeling for it, and I was always puzzled. How do I get a feeling for something that I haven't felt before? Did I know what it felt like? I'm going to brag in a minute. Did I know what it felt like to be interviewed by Oprah Winfrey 4 times? No, I didn't. Nobody knows what that feels like. No one. There wasn't one person on the Soul Series over 2 years that knew what it felt like to be interviewed by 4 times. So I didn't need to get a feeling for it because I didn't know what that feeling was. Some of you might want to win this or have this. You don't know what it feels like. Giving your attention to anything causes you to send the vibration of it. Some people aren't good with their feelings. They can't get a feeling. The auditory people, they hear words. Are they including it with their words? Yes. The kinesthetic people, they feel it with their, the visual people like me, I see things and it gets included. There's different ways to include it. So if somebody tells you have to visualize, hashtag, no, you don't. If someone says you're supposed to meditate, well, you know what the rule is? If it feels good, do it. If it doesn't, don't. The end of the day is, how do I include that vibration? You don't have to get a feeling for it. You'll get a feeling for it when you give it the attention. So while I was building my career, I was speaking at any event possible in Victoria. And one of my favorite questions was, say yes if Oprah's going to love me. And we would give it a lot of attention. And people would say, are you going to contact Oprah? I said, no, I just love to have a chat with her one day. And although I never wanted to be on the TV, that was not my goal. I just wanted to have a chat with her. I ended up being interviewed 4 times on her for 4 weeks. And one episode ran 4 times a day, every day, for 28 days. And when I was telling the audience, I said, I want to be Michael Mondays, because Dr. Phil was Dr. Phil Tuesday. I want just make, an alliteration. I want to be Michael Mondays. I was Michael Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And that's when my book blew up. And then I think that aired in May, and then they repeated them all over the summer, like in June. So it was very exciting for me. And then after that, I sold the rights to my book to 37 countries, because they were checking Amazon, said, how does this book, where'd this guy come from? Where'd this guy come from? And my book was number 3, self-published from Gilligan's Island. And I was number 3. I was printing like 20,000 books a month. And I was in the book business and I didn't want to be. So I was getting all these foreign countries thinking, hey, can we speak to your foreign rights manager? It's like, dude, I am Michael from Gilligan's Island. I don't know what a foreign, I didn't know any of the terms. I just wrote a good book that was hot at the time. It still is. It went to number 1 in Malaysia. It went to number 1 in Iran multiple times. It stayed in the top 10 in Malaysia for about 3 or 4 years. It was such a big deal. So that's the story. And my point is, I did include the vibration of being on Oprah, but I never doubted it. I would have doubted, I'm going to be on TV. Then a little voice said, you know what? Don't take it that far. Just take the conversation. And then I didn't have any doubt. Because remember, the doubt that we have is what loosens the dial. I'd be remiss if I just didn't continue on the story. So after the 4 episodes earned, Oprah's boards blew up. And then I finally got the invitation to be one. Look at the people. So Oprah and Friends, XM Radio. There was Gail, Maya Angelou, Dr. Oz, Oprah herself, and look at me, the very first one. Yeah, I was photoshopped in, but I was there for. Now I wasn't friends with any of these people because these were all like superstars, and I was Michael from Gilligan's Island. But that's how important the subject of law of attraction was that I got included. And then after that year, I was the number 3 host out of all those shows. I had a massive following. It was a lot of fun for me.
That is incredible. I'm like a fly on the wall just listening to you. But what is she like in real life?
Well, you would never get to see her in real life. You'd have to be at her garden with her dogs. I think that's real life. And, she's very purposeful about her language and her intention. And I love all that. That's what I love about people like that. Everything she said was careful and planned out, and she did her homework. Didn't matter who I was. She read the book. She circled things in it. She knew what to talk about. And I expect that from people that I deal with. That's what I bring to everything that I do. So I like that.
Oprah Winfrey is known for asking powerful and thought-provoking questions. Is there a question that she asked you that stuck with you or sticks with you? Do you remember?
She really liked the piece on, remember today I talked about step 1, identify your desire. And we spent time talking about, whenever people use the word don't, not, and no, they just gave attention to what they didn't want to give attention to. So we had a conversation about that. And then I joked with her and I said, I remember one time she had said something live on the air and she said, don't send me an email about that. And she said, oh, I remember that. The email blew up. So we had fun proving that whenever you use the word don't, know, not, and no, you just included it. And my biggest compliment was that she loved the style of my book.
Wow, that's amazing. And where can people find your book?
If they go to Michael Losier, you can see my name, michaellosier.com/all books. It'll take you to Amazon, but it'll show you whether, because they're in Canada.com and .us. You can go there, get the link quite easily. And yeah, it's a great guide for understanding how law of attraction works. Everything I did today was in the first 11 pages. And
Wow.
in the book, I spend more time on the 3-step process. You know, how do I get clear about my finances or whatever? How do I give it attention? And how do I allow it? But I gave 2 valuable things today. Just to recap, I want you to be a proof seeker. And I want you to notice everything that you're aligning that's proving your attractability. Now, attractability is broken down into 2 words. I'll do one, you do the other one. My ability to attract. So what is your attractability? What is your ability to attract? People say, oh, I never attract anything. Then that's your ability to attract. But the more you find proof that you can attract things, then you lessen and loosen your doubt about your attractability. And you can say, I am attractable. I'm able to attract. It's all in your doubt. Open your valves, get rid of the doubt, and seek out proof of your attractive, I'm going to make another word up, of your attractability-ness. Your attractability-ness. Wow, that's a made-up word.
Attractability-ness. I love that. What is the most impressive story or any stories that stick with you of people that have used the law of attraction and just attracted incredible things into their life? Is there any stories that stick out to you?
You know, people use it for many things. You know, I could have lots of this kind of story. I like relationships and helping people with relationships. And I want everyone to understand this. The response that I'm getting from my partner or boyfriend or girlfriend or customer or client or my kids, the other person, the response that I'm getting from them is matching the vibration that I'm sending about them. What does that mean? Oh, Betty in my office, she's such a complainer. She always nitpicks me and she's always complaining. She's so gossip and she's so nosy. Well, guess what you just put in your bubble? All of those things about Betty. And Betty would be remiss if she didn't match the vibration that you're sending about her. You get what you vibrate. If Betty's nosy and Betty does this and Betty does that, it's not Betty. That's the vibration that you're sending about her. But today's message was our ability. And we have the ability to reset our vibe. We have a big old red vibe reset button. You have the ability to reset your vibe. And the way you reset your vibe is you reset what you give your attention to. So instead of complaining what you don't like about other things and other people and other relationships, ask yourself, so what do I want? And now include the things of the way you want it to be. Then you place the order. So for relationships, you can change what you're attracting by changing your vibe. So create a story of the way you want it to be, not the way you don't want it to be. And again, every time you use the word don't, not, and no, you just included it. Here's the correction. People say, well, how do I change it? If you're taking notes, write it down. If you're driving the car, stop the car. So they're right here. Every time I use the word don't, not, and no, I need to say, so what do I want? Let's practice. Some of you might have wrote an email today that says, don't hesitate to contact me. Oh, what did I give attention to? Hesitation. Don't hesitate to contact me. So what do I want? Contact me within the next couple of days. Well, that feels different. You see, when I go from what I don't want to what I do want, the words change. And when the words change, the vibes change. And I can only have one vibe at a time. Don't forget. What did I give attention to? Forgetting. So what do I want? Remember our meeting tomorrow. Don't beat up your brother. So what do I want? Play nice with your brother. Don't talk back to your mother. What do you want? Be polite, respectful. Don't park here. What do I want? Park over there. Don't use this door. What do I want? Use this door. You ever see that? Don't use this door. Well, tell me what to do. A little arrow, use this door is fine. So your homework between now and the rest of your life is every time you use the word don't, not, and no, you cannot not hear Michael Losier's voice. So what do I want? And when I go from what I don't want to what I do want, the words change. And when the words change, the vibration changes. And I can only have one vibration at a time. So now my new vibration is the way I want it to be. I'd like one of these and one of those and this and this and this. Everything you give attention to submits the order. And in closing, if you're curious, and you want to know what the vibration that you're sending about anything or everything, I can tell you from here. Go to that area, take a look and see what you're getting. It's a perfect match. You want to know the vibe you're sending about money? Open your wallet. It's a perfect match. You want to know the vibe you're sending about attracting an ideal job or a job interview or a boyfriend or girlfriend or an advance or a customer or client? How's that working for you? I didn't create the rule, I'm teaching it. You get what you vibrate.
What is the most powerful way for someone to change their vibration?
So vibrations are just moods or feelings. And these are just, if I'm watching something negative on TV, how do I know that it lowered my vibration just by watching it? What's the indicator that watching that on TV lowered my vibration? I can tell by how.
Yeah,
I
how
can
you
tell.
feel.
That's right. It's the F word. I can tell by how
Hmm.
I feel. My vibrational meter reader will go, So, watching this thing on TV causes a negative vibration. No judgment about being there, but there is a consequence. When we lower our vibration through this person or conversation or doing stuff we don't like or having whatever, I don't need to paint, everybody has one. That's what lowers our vibration. So one of our jobs is to become selfish, and selfish equals self-care. In other words, be selfish or care about your vibe so much that you're careful and selective about what you include in it. Just a couple of weeks ago, I'm in the grocery store lineup, and I'm hearing people in front of me, two people, strangers, not fighting, but they're complaining about the price of this, and I thought, and I could feel it, and I'm in the grocery store, and my vibration is lowering. Well, I just quietly got in another lineup, and then I resumed myself. How selfish am I that I would look after my own self? It's my only job. Remember earlier I said our goal is to get a high vibration? Well, how long are you going to keep it lowered for? Does that mean, Michael, that I can't get ticked off and angry? No, do it, but get angry, break dishes, scream and swear, I hate when this happens. But don't spend 4 days on it. Spend an hour, 10 minutes, 1 minute. There's no judgment about how long you're observing the negativity, but there's a consequence. So get ticked off and get angry. I hate when this happened, blah, 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 blah. Decide what you do want. Now you reset your vibration. And law of attraction doesn't remember what the vibe was when you were ticked off because it's only responding to the vibe that you're sending right now. Hence, the point of power is in the present. Right now is the point of attraction. It doesn't matter what you were vibing yesterday. It's right now.
The power of now. That is very inspiring. So you actually have an audio series that is coming out, or maybe it's out, but I know it's new. So what is this all about?
Yeah. So, my book is all about the 3-step process. It's workshops that I've done forever. It's got worksheets and examples. Just, you can see it's not all text, worksheets, examples. So I turned it into an audio program and I deliberately made it, I want to say like maybe 20 little clips. And there's sections because my book is a how-to book. So everything depends on the next. You learn this just like today, right? We talked about vibes and there's 2 kinds of vibes. And then we went to the next step in step 1. So in the audio series, I walk people through and the language for the entire 2 hours is all about it becoming more abundant. I don't use the word money too much. Why? Because it has a negative charge. But I use the word abundance. And I teach what you need to do, say, touch, remember, create, so you can follow the 3 steps. What kind of abundance do I want? I got to include it. And the way you include it is with your words. You can do collages and dream boards. I'm going to teach you how to language your desire. So when you say it, you go, oh, I'd like one of those. And most importantly, teach you how to loosen the resistance. I think there are a number of tools. There's 11 in my book. A lot of them apply to money. So and again, audio, listen to it over and over again, and really, really burn your brain with being a vibe resetter. Just like that, reset my vibe, reset my vibe.
Yeah, absolutely. And we will link to your website and your books and everything in the description of this if you're watching this on YouTube, or in the show notes if you're listening to this today. But Michael Losier, is there anything else that you want to say today that I didn't ask, or that you just wanted to say today, or that I don't know enough to ask?
I do. It might not feel like it fits, but it does. I published my book in 2003, so I felt I had a full career. I traveled the world 3 times, 17 countries. I spoke in front of 4, 5, 6,000 people for 8 hours a day. I loved my career. And about 8 years ago, I'm walking on stage trying to not show that I have a limp because of my hip and my knee. And a person came up to me and said, Mr. Losier, I think I can help you with your, and I was going to a chiropractor once a week for a whole year. Nothing helped me. So he took me behind a sign and stood 2 feet away. And with a magnet, he identified this baseball-sized emotion that was lodged in my hip, and he released it. And I never
Emotion.
limped. Emotion code, yes. And I never limped since. So I was quite curious about that. You know how some people talk about they carry stress in their shoulders? It's not stress at all, but it is one of these 60 emotions. And these 60 emotions are baseball size. So imagine having a baseball size emotion in your neck and you go, ow, 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 it hurts, it hurts. So what happens? You get an x-ray and you can't find it on the x-ray. And there's only one thing that can dilute this baseball-sized energy that's lodged in your neck. Or maybe you have sore hips. Imagine one of these pushed up against your hip or your lower back. And there's only one thing that can delete it. Are you ready for it? A magnet.
Huh.
I've got
Wow.
1,700 clients in 18 countries, and I've done 2,500 sessions where I'm physically healing people's physical pain in under 2 minutes. I identify their emotions. I delete it with a magnet. I get a severity check. Sometimes the severity is a 10, and it might have been like that for years. Say yes if you're interested.
Well, yes, absolutely.
Do you have any physical pain anywhere?
Do I have any physical pain?
Aches or pains or any disturbances?
Uh, my knees, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah. And on a scale of 1 to 10 right now, what would you say the severity of the discomfort is?
I would say a 3.
3. And is it on the front of the knees or the backs or the sides?
It's kind of in the front middle. It's usually when
Middle.
I stand up, so it's yeah.
Okay.
When I stand up, it's more like a 6. Just it's when I run or exercise, that
Okay.
sort of
Run,
thing. Yeah.
stand up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I only need your permission to be able to access your subconscious mind. And I'm going to ask it yes or no questions. This is a yes, that's a no. This is a yes, that's a no. So when I'm connected to your subconscious mind, which has a file folder on absolutely everything that you ever experienced, everything you touched and smelled and tasted, there's a file on it. So I'm going to
Hmm.
go to your file folder called My Sore Knees. And your brain's going to tell my brain inside the file folder called My Sore Knees, what are the unprocessed baseball-sized emotions collected around the knee that are causing them from being ideal and unique.
Hmm.
Say yes if you're in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I need your permission. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
thank
going to
you.
demonstrate muscle testing. That's a yes answer. No. So right now, am I Michael Losier? I'm here with Timothy. I have Timothy's permission. He's with me right now. Remember the days of AOL? That's happening right now. I'm just scanning to connect with Timothy. I'm going to connect with his subconscious mind. I have his permission. There we go. Am I Michael Losier? Am I Timothy? Yes. Here's my first question. And I'm your proxy, Timothy. That means I'm doing this for you. So this is going to sound like you. You know, I was telling Michael about both knees and the discomfort, sometimes more when I get up and walking. On a scale of 1 to 10, how severe can that pain be? Over 1, over 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. I can get to an 8. And sitting with Michael, is it 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4? It's a 4. Okay. So everything I'm asking is yes and no, yes and no, yes and no. So here's what I learned so far. Right now it's a 4. It can get to an 8, and I have it in both knees. Is that true? Yes. Here's the most important question. Is this problem 100% emotion related? Is it any physical or structure? Is it broken bones or anything like that? It is 100% emotion related, yes. And does Michael have them all on all of his charts? Yes. How many am I looking for? Is it more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 6? Is it more than 6? No. Is it under 6? No. So it's what, Captain Obvious? 6. Are 5 of them in this chart in one box? Okay. There's 60. Are these in column A? Yes. Are they column B? I just cut the chart in half. Is it row 1, 2, 3, 4? Is it all of A4? Yes. Is this post-traumatic energy? Yes. Post-traumatic means after a trauma or a physical accident. So these are 5 emotions that happened during an accident, my own emotions that I had during the accident. And what happens is that they were the weakest part of your body. So the emotions went there to protect them. And Michael has them on the chart, yes. So these are 5 baseball-sized emotions collected around both knees. The only thing that can delete them, I'll do that now. Now I'm going to wipe this in front of my head because I don't, and this is the entry port, I don't want to take this on and it's deleting it from you. So it looks a little weird, but welcome to my life. Okay, I'm releasing this anger. I'm releasing this post-traumatic energy called anger. Next, I'm releasing this post-traumatic energy of bitterness. I'm releasing this post-traumatic energy of guilt. Releasing this post-traumatic energy of hatred. Releasing this post-traumatic energy of resentment. And there's one more, there's one more. How many was there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many's left? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's all the math. Is it on the blue chart or trauma chart? Is it A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2? Is this my own trauma from the accident? Yes. I'm releasing this trauma called feeling stupid, which is kind of common when people have an accident or a trip or something like that. Releasing this trauma, feeling stupid. I'm just going to measure my work. We're not done. So on a scale of 1 to 10, what was the severity of the discomfort in both knees today? Was it 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5? It was a 4. Is it a 4? Is it higher than 4? Is it lower than 4? Is it under 4, 3, 2, 1, under 1, 0? Are my left hip and my right hip, are they in alignment? No. Is it 5A, all of A2? I'm releasing 5 emotions causing your hips to be out of alignment, which disrupts the rest of your body. Is it 5? Is it A2? I'm releasing anxiety, despair, disgust, nervousness, and worry. Now are my left hip and my right hip in alignment? Yes. Are my spine and my hips in alignment? 5A, 1, 2, 3. I'm releasing crying, discouragement, rejection, and sadness. Now my spine and my hips are in alignment, my left hip, my right hip. And do I have some nervous system disruption, like a garden hose that has kink in it? So all the way from the top of my head, right down to my toes, is there a kink in my nervous system being disrupted? Yes. Is it 5, 10? There's 20 emotions. Are they 2 full rows, row 1, 2, row 2 and 3? I'm just going to use the number, and then we're going to wrap up. I'm releasing 20 emotions that are causing my whole nervous system to be disrupted. Releasing A2, 1, A2. Now, do I have any nervous system disruption? Are both of my knees, have they resumed their ideal strength and health? Anything else I need to do around this? Am I done? Yes. Okay, Timothy, go for a little walk and notice up and down, and we'll get a new number from you or a number, and we'll see when you come back.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Ah. Hmm. They don't hurt, at all, which is incredible. And then when I just sat down, and the reason I'm sort of chuckling is I just sat down and hit it on the desk after you did all that. But they don't hurt. They honestly don't, and which is amazing to me. And even as you were saying that, like when you began this session, when you connected, you were
Yeah.
saying what the level of pain was through the subconscious. And as you were asking that, I was
It was
thinking
higher.
about it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it was a
even though
four.
I told you four, you asked that in your session, and I was
Yeah,
thinking six, and then you said six,
or
and
it could go to eight. Yeah,
it could
but
go to eight.
here's
Yeah,
yeah. My goal is always zero. Get everything to zero.
yeah, and right now, I mean, I
Do you
don't
have
feel,
desk? Is
I
your
don't feel,
desk pain now?
no, there's not desk pain.
Well, I've helped 2,755 people, and your session 2,756.
Wow. Well, thank you very much, Michael. I did not expect this today.
It's hard to be my friend because I want to fix everything. You got a snotty nose, I'll fix it. You got heartburn, I'll fix it. You're limping, I'll fix it.
So, what exactly is happening when you're doing this? Are you getting visuals or are you hearing something or how exactly does this work?
It's from the work of Dr. Bradley, called the emotion code. That's the chart. This is mostly stories, but he introduced the notion that that we have unprocessed emotions and that they're deletable. And then my ability, because we all have this ability, but I've trained it and practiced it. You know how sometimes say we're all connected? We're not all connected, but listen to this. I'm going to get you to comment on this. But we're connectable. What does that mean? Slice and dice. If we're connectable, that means we're what? We're able to.
To connect, yeah.
I don't connect with the world, but I'm connectable. I'm able. Like I can connect with computers everywhere in the world, but I have to be able to. You know, when we let people, maybe people still, somebody comes into your computer, they're trying to troubleshoot and they're taking over the mouse and everything. That's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of inside of their computer. So with my intention and my own script and using muscle testing, I can connect with your subconscious mind and ask it yes or no questions. Everything I'm asking is a yes or no. That's a yes, that's a no. That's a yes, that's a no. I can even find the date of something when something happened. I could find the date of that accident and the time. Why? There's a file folder on it. Before today, I'm going to find out how many negative emotions are affecting your money vibe. And then today, and remember the handle. Can you read the third thing on that list?
Trapped emotions.
That's these babies right here. So
Hmm.
I'm going to loosen your valve. Say yes if you're in. I can see by your
Oh
smile you're
yeah,
in. I'm going to
absolutely.
lessen your resistance by finding out ultra. I didn't mention it earlier because I couldn't help people earlier, and I thought, dude, let's do the doubt. Remember, I said let's do the doubt. And the reason why I didn't because it takes me to do it. Okay, so I'm about to give Timothy what's called a heart wall session, and that means I have the unique ability to connect with Timothy's subconscious mind and ask it questions, only yes or no questions. And my yes or no question asker is actually kinesiology or muscle testing. That's a yes, that's a no. That's a yes, that's a no. And my unique ability is to connect with anybody anywhere in the world with their permission, ask them questions. And the question that I'm asking is, do I have any old, unprocessed negative emotions connected to my money vibe? Almost everybody does, so it's not a big surprise or shouldn't feel vulnerable because everybody does, but you're getting yours deleted. And today we've been talking about the value of law of attraction and reducing our negative vibe. So imagine my vibe after having the negative emotions that were stopping me being fully, imagine having them removed. When I remove the trapped emotions, I'm actually lessening my resistance, which will naturally cause me to allow more. I'm just scanning for Timothy. He's with me right now. It's a reconnection. When that's a yes, that's a no. So I have his permission. He's with me right now. There we go. Am I Timothy? Yes. Am I Michael Losier? No. How many heart walls do I have? Is it, that's a yes or no question. Is it more than 5? Yes. Is it more than 10? No. Is it, it's about 10 of them. Did this happen from 10 events? From one event. So I had one money stop event in my life where it was serious enough that there's 10 emotions, negative emotions, that I had about that money event, and that's part of my money vibe. Yes. Did this happen in 2024? Was it before 2020, 2019, 2018, 20? Was it before 2016? It wasn't. Was it after 2016? It wasn't. So when was it, Captain Obvious? It was in 2016. Was it in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September? Was it September 1, 2, 3, September 1, 2? September 2 of that year, I had some type of money event, and I have unprocessed emotions connected with money from that event, yes. And are they all row A11? Okay. So these are part of your money vibe, or they were. So even though you're abundant and generous, imagine getting rid of these old leftover money baggage. And here's the first one. This was all related to, I'm using money, but sometimes it could be trade, but the whole energy. I'm releasing this heart wall of abandonment. That's the kids call ghosting nowadays, right? That's what abandonment meant. I'm releasing this heart wall of feeling abandonment, probably with the people or person. Next one. These are my money vibes. I'm releasing this heart trauma. I'm releasing this heart wall of betrayal or betrayed. I'm releasing this heart wall of forlorn. That means I'm missing something, probably money. I'm releasing this heart wall of feeling lost. It's like, what is going on? I'm so lost. Next one, I'm releasing this heart wall of love unreceived. Like, hello, I loved you. Where's my money? Love me back, kind of thing. The next one, I'm releasing this heart wall of failure, a heart wall of helplessness, a heart wall of hopelessness, a heart wall of lack of control, and a heart wall of low self-esteem. Do I have any unprocessed negative charge with or about that energy and that money? Is my money vibe 100% wide open? There's no more negative charges or old trapped emotions blocking, stopping my valves. Listen to these 4 beliefs. Is it okay for me to anticipate and look forward to massive changes in my abundantness? Is that okay? Yes. Is it safe? Yes. Do I believe it? Yes. And am I worthy for this? Yes. And am I done? Yes.
Wow. Well, thank you very much, Michael. So around the time in 2016, I did have a major emotional thing happen in my life with fallout with this person and involving me. So it makes complete sense to me. So
that's right, and it makes sense how it was left over. You probably didn't process it because we don't know to do that, right? It's like, what do you mean process it? It means get ticked off and break dishes. I hate when that because you ever notice when you're done that, what do you say? Okay, I feel better now, because we're not. So go ahead and everybody get angry and ticked off. Just don't spend 10 days doing it. Do it briefly.
that is very inspiring. And again, just to reiterate, the best way to place the order
is talk about the way you want it to be, not the way it isn't or the way you don't want. That's the don't, not, and no. Just like if you're ordering a pizza, you wouldn't call the pizza people and tell them all the things you don't want. It's my pizza. I want one of those and some of those and some of those and shred those and cut those. Pretend your life is your ideal pizza.
Well, Michael Losier, thank you very much. We will put links to your books and to your website and to everything if you're listening to this in the show notes or in the description if you're watching this on YouTube today. This has been enlightening and very inspirational. But Michael, is there anything else that you wanted to say today that I didn't ask or that you just wanted to say?
For those of you that are thinking, holy S-balls, what did he just do? It's called Releasing Negative Emotions. And my website for this work is called releasingnegativeemotions.com. And I'll get an update from Timothy about his flexibility.
Thank you very much, Michael. And for everybody listening, pay attention to your vibe. We will put links to Michael's website and his books and everything that he has happening in the description. But thank you very much for your time today. Can a book help you win the lottery? One of the guests on this show, she appeared anonymously and she won a $348,000 jackpot, and she swears by your book. If it's okay with you, I'd like to play a real quick clip.
I found this lady. She's amazing. Her name is Pam Grout, and she has this book I highly recommend. Well, Pam actually teaches you how to harness your energy powers and show you how to manipulate the world around you with it.
Wow, I'm so honored to hear that. You know, every day I send gratitude, and I tell you what, that's going to go on my list for tomorrow. There's so many avenues for the universe to get through to us. Dreams are a good one. Signs, synchronicity, there's so many different ways. The universe is endlessly loving and endlessly creative. I believe anything is possible. I mean, literally anything.